Vanilla FTK says, do you hate back row? Then triple DDD is the deck for you. He also says, you want to be an anime protagonist? Triple D is the deck for you. DDD, D's nuts to victory. And this is it, the ultimate, the best Dkayed in the game. You summon the Duo Dawn King Kali Yuga. This card states that after it's Dkayed summoned for the rest of the turn, other cards and their effects cannot be activated. Also negate every other card in the field. You can't chain to this. It does not start a chain link. You can't flip up your back row in response to its summon. Once it's summoned, you cannot activate. It can activate its own effect though, which is to wipe out the entire back row.
There can only be one winner, and you're looking at it. Let's go.
Thank you, Vanilla FTK, for the spicy duel. If you want to support me, plus like, comment, subscribe on the YouTube video, I'd greatly appreciate it. Let's do a full picture of the deck list so you could see exactly how it's played. Let's get an even better view of that. There you go, looking good. We saw the power of the Kepler searching, the Necro Slime special summoning, or I should say fusion summoning using the graveyard, Lamina summoning from the grave, Slime fusion summoning from the hand, and summoning a monster from the hand while in the grave. We saw the Orthros pop back row. We saw the Savant send cards from the deck to the graveyard. We saw the ability of Typhon to fusion summon using the graveyard. We saw the Oblivion King summoning a monster from the grave. Allure of Darkness adding consistency. We got the map. We got the extra deck. And for a special little bonus, I'll show you the deck type breakdown of Triple D. Here is what the breakdown looks like for Triple D on how everyone else is playing it. Most people are not playing Triple Gilgamesh, but we did see some cool combos with the Triple Gilgamesh continually triggering the effect of the High King Caesar and the other monster. Play it how you want it. Thank you very much. Let's go. Alrighty. What is going on here with Triple DDD? Kepler on summon going to add a Dark Contract. Adding the Dark Contract to the Witch, which could destroy a card in the field during your opponent's turn. Also on yours. Dark Contract going to search for the Slime. Slime is going to fusion summon. Come forth, Genghis. If we special summon a double D, we will trigger the Genghis to summon a monster from the graveyard. We're going to activate the Savant to send a monster from the deck to the graveyard. And then we're going to make, with two double Ds, a Gilgamesh, which will grab two Pendulum Scales onto the field. Now, let's slow this down a little bit. What did he send from the deck to the graveyard? He sent a Lamia. Lamia, if in your graveyard, you could send a double D or contract to the graveyard to special summon onto the fields. Very good. Now, the Genghis, due to the special summon of a monster, will trigger to special summon a monster from the graveyard. We are special summoning the Lamia. We're going to Exceed into the Wave King Caesar. Wave King Caesar is going to rank up Exceed into the Marksman King Tell. Now, what's good about this? The best thing about this is that if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you could send a double D or Dark Contract from your deck to the grave. Very good. We're going to use its other effect that deals 1,000 damage, but we're just going to send it to the graveyard. By sending it to the graveyard for another Gilgamesh, that's going to trigger its effect to send from the deck to the graveyard a Typhon. Typhon and Necro Slime could both activate in the graveyard to fusion summon. We're going to use the Necro Slime to fusion summon into another Flame King Genghis. Typhon is going to fusion summon, banishing from the graveyard to come forth and summon a High Flame King Genghis, an even bigger Genghis. We're going to summon the Wave King Caesar, which will trigger the High King Genghis to summon the Wave King Caesar from the graveyard. We're going to send it to the graveyard to link into a third Gilgamesh to trigger the effect of the Wave King Caesar. When sent to the graveyard, add a Dark Contract from your deck to your hand. Now, it's worth noting, the Wave High King Caesar on the field states that when a spell, trap, or monster effect is activated that includes the effect to special summon, you could negate. Not once per turn. You could detach per material. You could double negate any special summon effect. All right? Now, the High King Genghis also has a negate. Once per turn, when a spell or trap card is activated, negate, 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 and we search in. Searching for the Dark Contract of the Swamp King, we are going to fusion summon, banishing from the graveyard, come forth and summon the Triple D Oracle King of D'Arc. DD Lamia is going to send a card from the field or hand to the graveyard to special summon onto the field. It is a tuner. We're going to tune in with the Oracle King D'Arc to make the Cursed King Siegfried. What is this? During either player's turn, you can target a face-up spell and trap, negate. Negate spell and trap, negate spell and trap, negate anything that would special summon. We could do it up to twice. Let's go. And we also got a pop. Quick pop. Pop a card in the field. You got to send a double D or a Dark Contract to pop, though. Set 5. 5 back row set. Is this a freaking Eldritch player or what? Remember, we got 2 spell and trap card negates. We're going to burn for 1,000 during the standby phase. We're going to pay nothing. We're just going to activate to search for the Night Howl, which will summon a double D from the graveyard. Orthros can pop a back row card. He's going to flip up the Canadia, not negating the Canadia. Yes, the ultimate Eldritch combo is set 5. Flip it right back up. Normal summon the Night Howl, special summoning the Oracle King D'Arc from the graveyard. And that is a level 7 plus a level 3, which could be a level 10 Synchro. Synchro Shokan into the Super Doom King Bright Armageddon. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but could this have summoned the Fleor? The Fleor is not here yet, but when it does come, was there any restriction stopping us from summoning the Baroness? Baroness could have been an Omni Negate. That would have been insane. That's going to trigger the High King to summon the Oracle King D'Arc back onto the field. Yes, it can. The chat is saying it is coming. And this is it. The ultimate, the best Exceed in the game. You summon the Duo Dawn King Kali Yuga. This card states that after its Exceed summon for the rest of the turn, other cards and their effects cannot be activated. Also negate every other card in the field. You can't chain to this. It does not start a chain link. You can't flip up your back row in response to its summon. Once it's summoned, you cannot activate. It can activate its own effect, though, which is to wipe out the entire back row, wiping out a Compulse, Dino Mischief, Lost Wind, wipe out everything. Yet the Fool still has a Battle Fader to stop the lethal attack. You what, mate? Newly drawn and scoops it. That is the power of Triple D. All right, turn 1. We're going to use the map. Burning half of our life to search for a Kepler. With the burn, Kepler going to search for a Dark Contract, grabbing the Dark Contract to the gate. We're going to use the gate to search for a Slime. Slime's going to fusion summon using the hand. Sending a Typhon to the graveyard. Typhon will allow us to fusion summon using the graveyard. Slime's going to banish a special summon a monster from the hand. Special summoning the Savant. Savant is going to send a Necro Slime from the deck to the graveyard. We are now going to make the Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is going to grab us 2 Pendulum Scales from the deck. Set up the scales. Orthros is going to be special summoned. Come forth and Pendulum Summon from the extra deck, our Savants. We are now going to Exceed into the Wave King Caesar. Remember, from the first duel, we're going to rank up Exceed it. I hope you're learning how the Triple D deck type works. You're going to get the deck list and everything. We got the Marksman, burn for 1,000, but ideally we want to send into the graveyard. By sending to the graveyard, we could send a Double D or Dark Contract from the deck to the grave. Get sending for another Gilgamesh to trigger the effect. That's going to trigger the Genghis. And we're also going to trigger the Oblivion King. Oblivion King, come forth, target a monster from the graveyard, special summon it. Nuts. Triple chain. Send from the deck to the graveyard a Lamia. Lamia will summon itself onto the fields. Burn it for 1k. Double special summon with the Genghis and the Oblivion King. We're going to make the Cursed King Siegfried. Siegfried is going to negate a spell or trap. We're going to activate the Necro Slime to fusion Shokan from the graveyard into a Flame King Genghis. With 2 level 6s, we're going to rank 6 Exceed. Into the Wave King High Caesar. This will be able to negate any attempt to special summon. Negate a spell or trap. Negate an attempt to special summon. What the heck is that? Union Hanger. ABC? AB to the C. ABC equipping from the deck. I have no idea what this deck does. We're going to banish and then equip a level 4 from the deck. We're going to special summon onto the field. We're going to Shokan into a Union Carrier. That's going to trigger the B Buster Drake and the Assault Core, which are going to be adding back to the hand. Okay, Buster, back to the hand. Buster Drake, adding another Buster Drake from the deck to the hand. Union Carrier equipping a monster from the deck. We're going to equip the Photon Orbital, then activate the Photon Orbital to add a Galaxy Soldier from the deck to the hand. We're going to activate the effect of Special Summon, which the High King Caesar negates. You want to Special Summon? I want to negate you. I don't think so. No attempt to Special Summon whatsoever. And by negating a Special Summon, you and another monster gets boosted by 1,800 attack. Nuts. Siegfried, negate whatever that is. That quick effect has now been negated. Target a machine monster? I don't think so. And that is Triple D. DDDs, these nuts.